Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and my craft table. Welcome if you're new. Jenni Lynn here with another crafting quick tip. Today I specifically want to talk to you about how I store and organize my cardstock. Now, I cannot take full credit for all of this particular system. I know that others such as Jennifer McGuire and other card makers do use systems like this. I think, in fact, I probably learned this from Jennifer McGuire. I'm not the only one that came up with this, but I did want to share it with you just in case you need to update your system. So the first thing that I want to tell you is what I store it in. I go to Staples and I get these super heavyweight job ticket holders. They fit 9 by 12 paper in them, and they actually will hold a very big, thick amount of that same colored cardstock inside one of these job ticket holders. Okay, so each of them are super heavyweight, and they have a band across the top. And this would be a great place for you to put a label color. They also have the little pocket here. This is where you would insert, and they have the reinforced stitching all the way around. Okay, so I printed this from the Concord and Ninth website. It is a list of all of their colors, including the 2024 new color collection and 2025 new color collection. So they tend to add some colors every year and update their color list. I just printed this, and then this is sitting in its own job ticket holder. And I store my folders in this color order. So this is another reason why I keep this handy, is I know in order, with or without a label, what colors I have. I can also use this to help me when I'm choosing cardstock and ink colors. Okay, so as far as labeling the folders, I used to have to cut down that band off of the top due to size restrictions from a bookcase that I was storing these in. I no longer have to do that, so I'll no longer be cutting off that top portion. But when I first started using this system, I just used my label maker and I typed in the name of the color, printed it out, and you can use any kind of labels that you had. I just happened to have clear tape at the time in my label maker, so I just printed it out, and quite frankly, this has been working just fine. So an upgrade to that particular system is I had ordered a 48 assorted color cardstock pack from Concord and Ninth a while back, and when I finally opened it, I realized that these color little blocks right here would be great to cut out and use as labels on the sleeves. So that's what you see right here. I just cut them out, and then I just used some tape to tape them here in the corner. And this definitely shows up much better than these labels. And I really like that the tag label matches the color of the cardstock. So both of these particular ways that I have been using the job ticket holders has worked out just fine. Now recently, when I was cleaning and organizing, not only did I realize I needed more job ticket holders, but I also realized that I had this in my stash and I did not know I had this. So apparently at some point, I ordered the, and I don't know where my 2024 are, but this is 2025, and this is the original 48. These are the stickers that go on the side of the Concord and Ninth full-size ink pads. What I want to start doing going forward is I want to use these and just stick them right here on this band that I no longer have to cut off because I have more, my calyx unit is able to hold the height of these. And that way, whether I am storing them vertically or horizontally, I can just, go through this little band out here, and then I'm not having to bend back the cardstock. Okay, so since I have to add some more cardstock to job ticket holders, I thought I would show you, kind of how that works. This right here is the color mushroom. Now, this mushroom one has previously been cut down. I'm not going to take the time to take this out of the pocket. I'm gonna just leave it here. It's okay that this band isn't down or isn't still on there. So this is mushroom. Now the next color after mushroom is cobblestone, which is right here. And then I have pebble and nutmeg, wheat, and black. So these colors here in particular need to be put into job ticket holders, and they need to be labeled. The other thing that I thought of is using my Cricut to create some raised tabs that then I could put the labels on like this. So the raised tab would be here, and then the label would go there. So I am really thinking about doing that. I haven't quite decided. So for right now, these will just get the label from the ink pad. Since I no longer have to cut them down, I'm going to go ahead and get these on here. So this is just that top band, and I'm gonna put the name of the cardstock right on that band. Okay, so now you can see that I have all of my tabs. They are now labeled with the color of the cardstock using the stickers from the ink pads. And then these would slip nicely right in here. And I will tell you that if you have more than one sheet, you can fit quite a bit in each of these. In fact, I think my pink lemonade is probably over 1/4 of an inch thick, full of the cardstock. Okay, so now that these are all labeled, these would get incorporated into my cardstock stash, and I would just be putting them in the order that this sheet is. And I find that that is helpful to me as I look for the colors that I need. Currently, they have been standing straight up vertically. I think I'm going to try and have them horizontal like this in my unit, mainly just so I can pull the tabs back a lot easier, but I haven't quite decided. Either way, this is gonna work great. Another great thing about this system is that basically when I use my cardstock, the first thing I do is I look for a piece in here that is a scrap. So this one has been well used, but sometimes my stamps or sometimes my dies have these super tiny little dies in them, and I just need a tiny piece. So that's what I'm pretty much saving this for. The rest of my larger scrap pieces are in here like this. So I just put the large, big half sheet ones here in the front, and in the back, I put the smaller ones and the well-loved ones. And what this allows me to do is if I'm doing something small, then when I come to my cardstock, I just pull a little scrap out first, and I always do the scraps first before I cut into a large sheet. And I just keep these small ones here in the back. Now, I don't know about you, but I have way too many paper scraps. And in fact, I think some of them are just way too small, quite frankly. They're not like this, where they're like on a bigger sheet that's easy to manage and it just has small spaces that are available. They're really tiny pieces. And I think what I'm going to do this year is periodically go through my colors and get rid of pieces that are smaller than I would say about half this size. So like 1.5 by 1.5 inch square. I'm probably going to throw all of those little pieces away, and I'm just going to save the ones that are a little bigger. But this is where I keep my scraps. They match the color. I know what it is. I don't have to go and think, well, what color was that scrap? And that's mainly why I like these, because then I can just craft away and I don't have to worry about not having the right color at my fingertips. All right, as a bonus, when I found all of these little stickers, okay, this particular set here of the 2025 colors has the regular ink pad and then the mini cubes. And in my same pocket there, I had the mini cube stickers for the original 48. I have a couple of these. This is where all of my Concord and Ninth and my other mini ink cubes live. And I got the bright idea just now today. I've had this going on for a good while of taking all of these little stickers, and instead of letting them collect dust, I could put them here on each of these spots here in my cube holder. And the beauty of that is a lot of times I'll pull several off at a time, and then I kind of forget like where exactly they went. I do keep, the color sheet. I keep this here, so it's nice and handy, but it would be just so much easier just to have all of my colors out, see, oh, this is where it goes, and put it back. So I just wanted to share that with you just in case you're someone who needs to kind of have an organization for your little mini ink cubes. That's just a little bonus. All right, my friends, thank you for spending your time with me today. I hope that this quick tip was helpful for you in your organization needs of your craft space. So until I see you in the next card or craft, as always, have an amazing day and happy crafting.
Thank you all so much for watching today. I'm so glad that you can join me at my craft table. If you're not already, I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when new videos arrive. Have a great day, and as always, happy crafting.